Welcome to another edition of Fireside Financials, and today we are going to be talking about credit card rewards. Woohoo! These are ones that clients get really excited about, and not just clients, millions of people get really excited about, and they feel like it's kind of a game, right? You spend money, you earn more rewards points. But I want to just touch on the good and the bad, and when to perhaps not use credit cards with rewards, and then when it might be a good time to, so that you aren't spending more money than you get earning in rewards points. So the good, and actually I'm just going to talk more specifically about travel rewards credit cards because that's where I have the most experience, but this applies to any general type of reward, whether it's hotel or just more general points. So the good is you kind of get free stuff. You know, if you spend a certain amount of money in the first 3 months of when you open a card, you can get bonus miles that can turn into a free trip or two, right? Or if you just spend a certain amount of money every month, you get points, 1 point for spending on groceries, 2 points for whatever the reward system is. Like, it's kind of free stuff. However, the downside and why credit card points are such a huge moneymaker for credit card companies is because people oftentimes spend more money in order to get more points, and they don't have a clear sense of how much the points are worth compared to the extra money that they're spending. This is something I see a fair amount when I work with people, is noticing that kind of justification of, I'll spend an extra $50 here or $150 on this, and because I will get more points for that. And they're not wrong. The thing is, the amount of value, dollar value of those points is oftentimes much lower than the extra money that is spent. So we'll get to that a little bit later, but that's just something to be on the look for, is that justification of spending more in order to get more points when the points you get back are oftentimes like 1 or 2 cents for every dollar that you spend. So just a little background on my credit card rewards journey. Back in 2016, I opened up, it's kind of embarrassing, maybe 6 credit cards in that year. I ultimately earned 235,000 miles in that year, and it was pretty rad. I think I took like 6 trips to Brazil, throughout the country, to a cousin's wedding, to Tahoe in California. I can't even remember them all. That's how many I took. So like, these can be used really to do really cool things. And I know a lot of people watching who follow me are really interested in having more freedom and flexibility, often leveraging that in order to travel. So this could be a really great thing for you. However, it's important to get a couple basic steps down first before really jumping into credit card rewards. So first and foremost, what I would say is, if you are not able to pay off your credit cards in full every month, don't open a rewards card. Or one that, actually just don't open a rewards card. Let's just go hard and fast there. So the reason is, it's easy to, at that stage, the most important thing you want to be doing is just paying off your credit card in full so you aren't paying interest. If you're paying interest on a credit card, even if you're getting rewards, those are completely wiped out by the fact that you're paying interest. So you want to focus all your money on paying down that credit card debt and reducing the amount of money that you even are putting on the credit card to begin with. Okay, so if you aren't currently at that stage, what I would recommend is just getting a card that doesn't have any annual fee. So there are a good amount of cards, that have really good travel rewards that do have an annual fee. So I would avoid those and just get one that's free. Even those, they have like basic points that you can get. They kind of do a direct points to dollar conversion. I would start with that. You can still earn points, but they aren't going to be as like rewards driven. And that can kind of help you not be as, again, driven to sometimes overspend for those rewards. So one thing I will say about this, if you are able to pay off your credit cards in full every month and you're like, okay, I feel like I have my ish together there, I want to start opening some rewards cards, know that opening a lot of credit cards in a short amount of time, like I did, will impact your credit score. So I think opening those 6 cards in a year or two, or in a year, dropped my score by about 25 points. Now, it did come back up. In an earlier Fireside Financial video, I talked about the 5 factors that impact your credit score. So you can go back and watch that video to figure out why the score dips and then goes back up. But that will likely happen if you open, more than a card or 2. Good news is it won't last forever, but just be aware of that if that's something that you are concerned about or you're going to be making a major purchase that relies on you having good credit in the short term. So I'm not saying don't open a travel rewards card or don't try and get rewards, but do so conservatively or do so cautiously, especially in the beginning, right? And if you have a lot of debt on credit cards, prioritize that over getting more points. Now, one thing that I do have or fun resource I want to share is back 4 years ago, I created a guide called the Travel Winning Guide. You may have heard of travel hacking. I feel like hacking sounds nefarious, so I wanted to call it Travel Winning since that sounds fun. And I'll include a link to the guide below. You can also find it in the link in my bio. And it walks you through how to open and use a credit card with rewards points to get your first free flight. Again, this is for those of you who are able to pay off your credit cards in full every month and feel confident that you won't kind of go into that cycle of overspending to get rewards. But it's something that I created a while ago, has been super helpful, helping clients and non-clients alike. So if you'd like that, just go find it in the comments below or in the link in the bio. And as always, if you have any questions, comments, just go put them in the comments below, and I look forward to hearing from you. Take care.